what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got a question, sort of a comment in the Facebook group. I'm not going to call out the particular person here because I don't want to necessarily, this is our Facebook group. If you're wondering why I'm talking about the Simple Programmer Facebook group, right now, I don't know if this is going to change, by the way, for 2017, because I'm not sure the Patreon thing or the patron thing is quite the direction we're going to go. But we're going to have a Facebook group. It is going to be paid so that you can have kind of exclusive. But right now, if you're watching this, you can still get in. If you go here to the Patreon, and there's a certain level where you subscribe and you can get access to the Facebook channel and our Facebook group. We've got a lot of interesting conversations, a lot of really good community members there. That's kind of where we're building the community of the people that are really serious about improving their lives and sharing. And so it's filtered, so there's not too many people, right? There's sort of a bar you have to reach, which is that you're willing to commit some amount of money per month in order to talk to people that actually care as well. So what I want to talk about today is what was one of the comments in there, and I talk about some of them in here. But considering the new year, just this idea of politics, and one gentleman in the Facebook group had asked about essentially how to deal with his political obsession. He said 2016, he was very, very much in the politics for the Brexit, and with the presidential election in the United States here. And so he wanted to know, he said that he knew that people like Tim Ferriss say don't read the news, and I say don't read the news and stay out of that. But how could he get an outlet for this? Should he create a political blog? What kind of thing could he do for this? He likes to have this discussion with his father and stuff like that. And my answer to this, honestly, and I'll tell you, I got caught up a little bit too much in the politics of 2016. I really did, because I wasted a lot of time watching stupid debates and reading news articles and stuff. And what I'm doing when I'm doing that is I'm opening my mind and I'm letting the media tell me what's important, right? And tell me, no matter what source you look at, right, you're going to be getting a biased and filtered viewpoint, and it's really not affecting your life. Not really. I mean, okay, so and here's the thing. A lot of times I say that, and a lot of people say, well, no, it does affect your life. Who the president is, your taxes, all this stuff. Yeah, that's true to some degree. But think about it this way. It may affect your life, but you don't have an effect on it. So there's a lot of things that affect your life. The weather fucking affects your life, right? I mean, if it's fucking raining and you want to go for a run, well, you got to run in the rain, or, you got to deal with something. You got to put on a raincoat if you're going somewhere, right? The weather affects your life, but you're not affecting the weather. So if you spend a lot of time thinking about the weather and talking about the weather and complaining about the weather and whining about the weather, and you create a blog about the weather and how shitty the weather is or how great the weather is, right? That doesn't do a damn thing for your life. It doesn't affect anything. Yes, that shit is affecting you. Yes, it's causing you problems, or it's making you really happy. But, in passing, maybe you say, hey, the weather's nice today. Great, that's awesome. But aside from that, how much does dwelling on these thoughts and these ideas really help you, right? And when I say weather, I'm doing this in a non-political way so that you can think about this. Politics is the same freaking thing. When was the last time that you actually affected politics in your country? When? I mean, some of you, maybe you've got a million-man march. Maybe you've got a huge following and you can influence people to vote one way or another, or to take up arms, or whatever it is, right? But most of us don't, okay? Including me, right? I could give you, some political bullshit. And again, I've talked somewhat about politics, but when I talk about politics here as a simple programmer, I'm talking about it for your benefit. I'm telling you what you can do so you can understand the context. I'm not trying to influence you or trying to get you to vote one way or another. I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you're gonna do, but do what's beneficial to your life. That's what I care about. And so that's why I'm coming from this place. Again, I don't mean to be overly harsh about addressing this issue, but what you need to do is you need to turn off the fucking TV. You need to turn off whether you're CNN or Fox, I don't give a shit. You need to stop that. And myself included, right? Spent too much time, wasted time, effort, energy. And yes, this stuff does affect your life, but you can't affect it. So what can you affect? What in your life can you into effect, right? For me, for this YouTube channel, when I'm talking about things, it's not really politics, but I am able to affect other people, right? I'm able to help you, hopefully, in your life, help you figure out how to overcome obstacles, help you figure out how to grow as I'm producing these videos. So that has an effect on me. So I have a little bit more room to perhaps go off on a tangent on some topic that I'm passionate about, but because I'm actually outreaching and helping people, right? Whereas, again, if I did a purely political blog, let's say I had a huge amount of following, I don't think I would. So I don't think that it is a healthy outlet to go and create a blog or create a Facebook group or whatever to talk about politics, because it just doesn't benefit you unless you're going to go into politics. That's a totally different thing. You're going to become a lobbyist or you're going to become a politician. Please don't. But if you're going to become a politician or something like that, then that's fine. But in your everyday life, is it really? And here's the other thing. There's my last argument on this, which I'll say is, what kind of experience is this creating for you? What kind of emotions is this creating? Is this creating positive or negative emotions, right? Do you need more negative emotions in your life? Do you need more negative experiences? Do you need to wake up every day and go and feed an addiction that causes negative reaction in you and others, right? Do you need to? I don't know one single person where politics creates a positive experience in them. We're reading the news, right? I mean, sometimes your guy wins or your referendum or whatever it is wins, okay? And you feel great about it until you go and you look at the Facebook feed and you see everyone attacking that position and saying that you're whatever it is, right? I'm not going to take sides here, but they're going to say all this nasty shit about your win, right? We saw this with the Brexit. We saw this with Trump. We saw this with, whatever, Bernie Sanders. I don't care. I'm not going to get into the specifics. But you see what I'm saying is, ultimately, even if you get what you want, you're going to be blasted with negativity and you're going to respond. You're going to be angry, right? All of these emotions, like, honestly evaluate yourself and look and say, all the effort that I put into politics, following it or discussing it with people, did it result in negative or positive experiences and emotions for me? And if it net resulted in negative, anything that net results in negative emotions for you, cut that shit out. It's not helping your life. So get this shit out. There's no excuse. There's nothing that you could say, oh, it helps me. No, it doesn't help you. If it creates a net negative in your life, it's shit. Trash it. If it's a person, kick him to the curb. Say, I just can't have you in my life. If it's a circumstance, if it's a thing, if it's an addiction, if it's whatever it is, obsession, fuck it. If it's causing more negativity than positivity, it's not good, right? Including this channel. If you watch my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, there's some of you that you just love to get triggered. What the fuck? Unsubscribe. Don't watch my videos. What the hell are you doing? Why are you waking up in the morning and watching my 2 to 3 videos a day and getting all angry and having a shitty life and being all negative? And you're like, just cut me out of your life. I don't need to be there if I'm causing negative, but if I'm causing positive, I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't feel pain, because there's pain and growth, right? When you grow, there's pain, right? But if it's just a straight negative, you feel like, oh yeah, whatever. When John does videos and I watch his videos, it just makes me feel negative, and I don't agree with anything he says. I don't feel any kind of growth. I just like to rant in the comments. Get the fuck out of here! I'm not helping you, right? Okay, you get what I'm saying? So that's how it goes with politics. It's the same thing. You got to realize this. Again, this is a cancer. I'm battling this cancer myself. I will admit to you, I spent way too much time in 2016 talking about politics that did affect my life. Not even very much, honestly, to be honest with you, but I didn't have any effect over. I didn't change any people's minds. I didn't, have any positive experiences. It was just stupid bullshit, and I was a puppet, honestly. So I planned in 2017 to cut as much of that out as possible, to not let my fingers automatically type the news sites, to not go and check the news, to just say, screw it, someone will tell me what happens and just give me the highlight reel. I really don't care. I'm not going to follow this shit anymore. I'm done with that. I got to see how destructive it was, and it actually did influence me negative. I saw negativity creeping into my life, and me being angry at people and just going around with the general presence of anger, which I know some of you can relate to this. precipice, and that's scary. I do not want to fall off of that precipice. I do not want to go down to that valley, because once you get there, it's really difficult to get out. So that's what I think about this, and that's I'm not going to change the stance. I think this is it. There is no excuse for this. It does not benefit you, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you like this video, if you want to, if this is a net positive for you, even if it's painful, even if it hurts, because just because something hurts doesn't mean it's not a net positive, right? If it's a net positive for you, click that subscribe button. If it's a net negative, fuck it, unsubscribe. I don't care. Let's go find someone else who's going to help you better. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.